Good morning and welcome to another Writer's Morning Commute. Yesterday I discussed what I liked about Netflix's adaptation of Deathnote. Tomorrow I'm going to discuss what I learned from reflecting on it as a writer, what you can take from these lessons, how we can all get, better at our craft. But for today, I'm going to focus on what went wrong, what changes they made that weren't very good, what decisions that just baffled me. So I'm going to start with the biggest, most obvious change, and that is the main character, Light. I don't mind that they changed him from Light Yagami to Light Turner, I think it was. Like I said yesterday, I understand that they're going to change some things for the adaptation. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is how they seemed to either have a misunderstanding about what the show should be about, what the core conflict of the show and what the fans love about the show is, or they just decided to ignore that anyways. Either way, did not turn out well for them. So the original material, Light is a sociopathic genius. He doesn't really care about anyone besides himself. And we constantly see him. He makes some bad decisions, but even when he's making bad decisions, he's always doing so with a plan. And we see that. And then the core conflict of the show becomes this cat and mouse game between Light and L. And even the original series kind of messes this up. Once again, spoilers if you need spoiler warning. The original series kind of messes this up when they kill off L, and the show continues for quite a while after that. Almost everybody seems to agree, almost all fans of the show seem to agree, that the best part of the show is up until when L dies, and that it kind of jumps the rails afterwards. The Japanese movies fixed that by having L kind of win their game instead of losing it like he does in the show, but still having him die in order to win. And he takes advantage of Light's sociopathic megalomania when Light doesn't predict someone else sacrificing themselves to, achieve their goals. Anybody who could be a potential threat to him surely wouldn't have to stoop so low as to sacrifice themselves. So that's what the show should have been about. That's what the conflict should have been about. And at the beginning of the movie, we got off to a good start. We're shown that Light is very smart. We're not shown that he's a genius, but he's very smart. So that was a little bit of a step down, but not necessarily a problem in the long run. That could be fixed later in the movie. Then we see him react very realistically to seeing Ryuk. I was fine with that change. And then stuff starts happening with the Deathnote, and we get this montage that kind of fills us in on what's going on in the world. And I felt like that montage at the beginning of the movie was actually really well done, because it got us closer to the what the core conflict should have been, which was this cat and mouse game between Light and L. But instead of a cat and mouse game, we got L chasing Light, and Light feeling afraid and guilty and wanting to get out of using the Deathnote. And all that just seems totally opposite to the Light of the original series. And that change, I feel, is the biggest issue with the Deathnote movie. Because it changes it from this cat and mouse game, which with their changes from Misa to Mia, could have been this awesome, three-way battle of wits, but instead just becomes this weird YA romance that shouldn't have been there at all. Like, Light has a huge crush on Mia and is trying to do most of this just to earn her attention, when he should be a sociopath and not care about anyone else's emotions, not really have emotions of his own, but he's just drawn by his attraction to her. So that was definitely the biggest issue with the Deathnote movie. Yes, tomorrow I will reflect on what we can learn to write better stories than this. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have a great day.